New York City has a big problem with traffic, and it's the Big Apple. They got a million cars, and they don't have a lot of room. Traffic is a big issue in New York City. Traffic is a big problem. They've introduced a congestion tax, and meaning by just going into the city, you're being charged for that. Basically, you have to pay a toll just to get into the city. But people are coming up with ways of avoiding the congestion tax. So your New York City drivers devise clever ways to conceal their license plates as the toll take effect, including James Bond style plate flippers, which that's kind of like, that's boring. There's more creative ways to do this. The Post spotted a bunch of these plates in action. So they're going to show you some of the things here, but it's a $9 toll. It's $9 you want to go in the city when you're entering Midtown Manhattan. So if you're going on to Staten Island, it's not a problem. Or if you're in Brooklyn, it's not a problem, which thank God, because I never go, going to see family. That would suck. That's why you just take an easy pass and just, you get done and you get back home and you're like, God, I don't want to know how much the tolls were. And holy shit, it's a lot of tolls if you guys aren't from there or been through there. So many of the ultra plates were sighted near the perimeters of the zone on Sunday when the fee went into effect. And guys, remember, Sunday would have been the 5th, and that's when everything goes into effect. So they've come up with basic ways. The most is covering up or modifying the single digit. And that's the easy one. You can scratch out a letter or number, like a car seat with an L painted over in white, and attempt to blend it with the background. So you see people scratching up the plates so the plate readers can't tell what's going on. You can take the letter E and 0. You can cover it up with gray paint, or a very common way, if you're out, you could take mud and slap mud on a license plate. Because you know what? It's not illegal to have a dirty license plate. It's just, sorry, officer, I went through a mud puddle. Or, sorry, officer, my license plate's all worn out. But the toll readers attempt to spy license plates. And if they misread it, they can't charge you. Here's another one. There is a bolt is stuck on to disguise one of the numbers, like a magnet or a sticker. There's all kinds of ways people are coming up with to do this. Now, I think it's a little garbage that they don't just have some of these blocked out, because I'm sure the government is going through here and checking these out. So they're dry stitching a little bit on these, which I think is kind of shitty. Here are the tolls. You can use an easy pass, or you can have a toll by your license plate. If you want to come across the Queensboro Bridge, it's $13. If you want to come across in the Queens Midtown Tunnel, it's $24. If you want to come across the Brooklyn Bridge, it's $13. Or you come across from, if you're coming from Staten Island into Brooklyn to Verrazano Bridge, it's $20. You want to come through the Holland Tunnel, it's $31 to the Lincoln Tunnel. $31, chat. But here's the problem. Funeral homes have raised their cost. Lyft and Uber have raised their cost. The city bikes, like those bikes you can rent, are going up, hoping that they can force people to take a car. The police and fire departments claim it'll slow down the response time. Sure it will. But there's all kinds of things here. But this is another way. A coded license plate, or you slap some shiny things on it as a way to blind it. Because when it'll take the picture, it'll just be a big flash and you can't read it. This is an easy one. This is the old school way of doing it. You can just bend your license plate. And you're like, look, officer, I must have backed over a parking bump or something, or a baller or something, and my plate got bent. Sorry, I'll fix it. There's so much stuff there, and my hat's off to the New York City residents of being based and fighting back. Being based and fighting back, chat. That's what it's all about. You take your license plate and beat it up, and you're like, look, I didn't know it was broken or damaged. Sorry. Or it was like that yesterday. Or I guess it just happened. But no, you don't go out and check your license plate every 5 minutes. That's how you get around this. Like I said, Chad, I'm not telling you to break the law. I'm just saying there's ways you can do it and what arguments you might be able to make.